So John, where do I even start, bro? First of all, when I came across your photos on Instagram, I'm like, man, I know this dude is really appreciating his brand new life.
Yeah.
You have a brand new life, bro.
Totally brand new.
A
Totally.
whole new lease on life. So let's start off by sharing what was your heaviest weight?
So my highest recorded weight is 510 pounds.
510 pounds. How'd you end up 510 pounds, bro?
Man, a lot of hard work and dedication. No. So I was a really sick kid. When I was born, I had meconium aspiration. So, I mean, literally, I swallowed my own shit when I was born. And I was fighting for my life in a hospital for 2 weeks right out of the womb. And then after that, my life was a constant uphill battle, man. Like, I had asthma at a very young age, which kept me from doing normal everyday kid stuff. Like, I couldn't play tag, I couldn't play football with my friends, I couldn't play t-ball. Um, and because of my asthma, I was put on a steroid called Prednisone. So for those listening that don't know what Prednisone is, it's a steroid, and the side effects of Prednisone are either you stunt your growth or you gain a massive amount of weight. And for those that don't know, I'm 6'5", so I had no problems in the height category, but I blew up like a balloon. I had the moon face all the time. I was constantly hungry. I was constantly irritable, you know, and I was in the hospital so much as a kid that, like, we used to joke around, me and my family, that they were going to name a wing after me in the ICU.
So talk to me about your experience growing up overweight.
Man, I mean, listen, that was really hard too. I come from a very old school New York Italian family. So everything is food, 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 carbs, carbs, carbs all day. You're happy, you eat, you're sad, you eat, someone dies, you eat. And that's the story of it.
So Big John,
Mhm.
right? Tell me about his personality. Tell me about, the way he existed in the world as a big dude.
So, I mean, on the outside, I was that cool, funny fat kid, because that was the personality trait that I had to adapt. It was either be that or just be the laughing stock, be in the corner by yourself. I was the type of person that I knew what your motive was as somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, I knew you were going to make fun of me. So before you had the chance to make fun of me, I already made fun of myself 4 times in a previous joke.
So the 8 Mile theory.
Yes. Yeah. I took the bullets out of your gun, like
Yeah.
you can't shoot me now.
Tell me about your confidence level, right? Because I, like you, I was a popular fat guy.
Right.
We had personality, we had swag, we
Right.
dressed well.
Mhm.
So we kind of overcompensated. But deep down inside, bro, I was very insecure.
Me too,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Same.
So,
On the outside, I was confident as hell. On the inside, I was a shamble of what I portrayed. I had insecurity issues. I had confident issues deep down inside. I would never let you know that, but I was bullied. I would never let it be known that it bothered me, because then I showed weakness. Once you're the weak guy and the fat guy, it's game over. You know what I mean? Like,
especially in New York City.
yeah, bro. Like, it's
Especially in
it's
New York
hard
City.
out here.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
So talk to me about some of those deep, dark moments when you, like, let us into your mind in the evening, right? Let's say you had a day, at school or at work, and you came home and you took that mask off, right?
Yeah.
Because we have that mask that we wear all day in the public when we're in these social settings, when we're at work.
Right.
But when we come home and we have to face ourselves, what was that like for you? What were some of the conversations that you had with yourself, right? Because we all have that chattery mind.
Right.
What was that voice saying to you?
I think for 22 years, I prayed every night before I went to sleep that I wake up as somebody else. Every single night. I despised who I was. I would look at myself in the mirror and hate it. I remember, back in the 2nd grade, we had to stand up in front of the class and tell the class, something we admired about ourselves. And I went up in front of the class and said, you know what? I may be fat, I may be slow, but I have a great head of hair.
So let me ask you this, right? Because you've lost. All right, we didn't even get into this part, right? How much weight have you lost?
278 pounds.
278 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
Right. And you got the gastric sleeve, right?
I did. I had gastric sleeve in 2016. Prior to that, I lost 88 pounds on my own.
Yeah. Now, I'm a person, listen, that's not the total it's not a quick fix.
No,
In my
not at
opinion,
all. Nope.
it's a lot of work, especially when we're talking about someone who is trying to lose 300 pounds,
Yeah.
right? The gastric sleeve is not permanent. You still have to change your eating habits. You still have to exercise. And like you said, you lost 88 pounds before you even got the surgery.
Before
So
I even
absolutely,
considered it. Thank you.
before, yeah. So I've interviewed a few people who were self-conscious about the fact that they got weight loss surgery. And listen, man, I salute you guys the same I do for someone who did it without the surgery, because the hard work is reforming the habits, is the maintenance part.
Exactly.
That's the hard part.
Right.
Anybody can lose 100 pounds, bro.
Yep.
Anybody can lose 100 pounds, truly.
Yep.
But the hard part is keeping that weight off.
Amen.
You know, so blessings to you on your achievement, and blessings to you on your new journey now, which is maintenance.
That. Thank you.
Right? When did your journey begin? What year?
So my journey began in October of 2015. I almost died in front of my family in my house. Yeah, I had a massive asthma attack. I had an EMT tell me, "I'm so sorry," as he wheeled me out of my house. So at that point, I had pretty much thought I was good as dead. When I was in the back of that ambulance, man, I prayed to everybody. God, I prayed to the universe. I prayed to my grandmother, who I had just lost at the time. And I kept saying, just give me one more chance. If you give me one more chance and I come out of this, I will make it right. An hour and a half later, I woke up in the ICU, hooked up to a BiPAP machine, and I was given that second chance. When I was released from the hospital, I knew that I had to do what I had to do to make right on my word, because I was gifted. I was blessed at that moment.
What's your favorite thing about the new life you have, the new body you have? What's your favorite part of it?
There's no limitations. I hate feeling limited. Even when I was 500 pounds, I hated feeling limited. Me and my friends would go out and, even though we weren't ballers, we would turn around to each other and say, listen, money ain't a thing. We're never going to be limited, So I always hated that feeling. And now my life is literally limitless. If I want something, I'm going to get it.
I love that. What's your day like now? Like, what's your workout routine? You explain your nutrition routine. What's your workout routine like?
So when I'm not recovering from surgery, I'm lifting anywhere between 4 to 5 days a week. Usually about an hour cardio after I lift, depending on the day. And when the world is not under lockdown because of COVID, I actually started to train to become a professional wrestler about 3 years ago. So that dream has kind of been put on hold again for a little while. But as soon as the world opens up and I'm done recovering, I'll get back into the ring and I'll start taking bumps again.
That's dope.
Thanks, man.
That's dope. So what keeps you going? So you've been consistent now for 5 years?
Going on 6. This is gonna be my 6th year. Yeah.
So 6 years now. Yeah. So you've been consistent. What's the motivation for you?
I hated who I was, dude. I hated him. I hated who I was. I was setting a really bad example for my siblings. I don't even know what ever crossed their mind when I was like 510 pounds. I can't even imagine, but like, it's the fear of going back. It's the fear of death. It's the fear of being limited again. I feel like it's just a laundry list of things, I never want to sleep with a CPAP machine again. I never want to be on high blood pressure medicine again. I don't want to live in a hospital again. I was just kept back for so long and I missed out on so much in life. And this is my revenge tour,
How would you describe your relationship with food now?
I have a great relationship with food now.
Yeah.
I at first I was afraid of carbs, obviously after the gastric sleeve and everything and reintroducing carbs in order to get muscle, I was very, very afraid of carbs. Now, it's all about balance. I tell people diets don't work. There's no such thing as a diet there, because automatically you think this has a beginning and an end. So you try to rush the end of the diet and then it doesn't work. But if you change your lifestyle's forever. Die is literally in the root of the word diet. It's going to end. Lifestyle's forever. Life, So my relationship with food definitely changed. I mean, listen, I haven't had a real slice of New York pizza in 6 years.
But that's not a good thing to me, bro.
But I'll tell you why. It's not because I don't think that I could eat the pizza. I know I could eat the pizza. I know I could enjoy the pizza. pizza was not a food to me when I was 500 pounds. Pizza was a security blanket. And I don't need that security blanket in my life anymore. I'm not afraid anymore.
So you have a podcast, right? So because I honestly feel like people like you and I with these stories and these we have the social proof that it's possible. And that's one of the main reasons why I like to do these videos, is because I want as many people as possible to see that it's not just me or a handful of people who are doing these full body weight loss transformations now. It's becoming a common thing. And I think the more people see it, the more that they believe that it's possible. Absolutely. And the more that they believe it's possible, the more that they believe in themselves. Because you have to have a vision. You have to see it. You have to believe that it's possible. Right. So in the beginning, did you see this new body? Did you have a vision for this new body?
I've had a vision of this body since I was 4 years old, man. You know, I used to tell people when I'm skinny my whole life, when I'm skinny, when I'm skinny, when I'm skinny, not if. It was never if, you know, it was just, I knew that I had to battle to get here.
Let me stop you right there, John, because that right there is the sauce. That right there is the key to the kingdom. It's your attitude. It's your attitude. And when we have this pessimistic, self-deprecating attitude around whatever goal we're pursuing, right? Whether it's weight loss, whether you want to make $1 million, whatever it is, if you have this limited belief that maybe it's not for me, or it's just those people I see on YouTube or on social, no, any one of us can get this done. You have to change your language. Like you said, you didn't say if. Right? You didn't say, you know, if I ever lose weight, or if when I'm skinny. No, you said when. You spoke it into existence. And I know it sounds airy fairy to a lot of people, right? But the language you use affects you on a subconscious level. Absolutely. And it affects how you show up for yourself. So I'm glad you brought that up, man. That's amazing. And I want to salute you on that. So let me speak to how your attitude about success in general has affected other parts of your life.
You know, it just transformed my mindset when it came to anything. You know, obviously at first it was all about weight loss, right? Because like that's the ultimate goal. But then you notice that cup kind of overflows and it just kind of goes out into everything else in your life. And then you realize, hey, if I could do this weight loss thing, I could start a podcast. I could, you know, I could get that new job. There's just so many elements that pop up and you're just like, you know what? I did XYZ. So why can't I do ABC? You know, and it's just a switch that goes off, you know?
Exactly. And it's belief, man. It's that true, genuine belief that you can do it. As simple as it sounds, like you just have to believe in yourself.
But like, I wasn't born with that.
No,
you know, ever. I played the pity card. I played the pity card for a long time. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. I had the woe is me. I had, why is this happening to me? Why was I dealt this bad hand? And then eventually I just had to push that shit down deep and just realize, hey, stop being an idiot. Change everything.
So to the person listening to this right now who has a victim mentality, who doesn't quite believe in themselves yet, what's some advice for that person?
Figure out what exactly you want is and pursue that to no end, because it might seem like a very long road, but that road is going to get shorter the longer you pursue it. It's not about the length of time ever. It's about the work that you put in every single day.
Yo, Jay, I want to thank you for your time, bro.
Thank you.
Your story is super inspirational. If I can contribute to anything you got going on, please feel free to reach out.
Yeah, man, I'd love to have you on the Accountable Life Group podcast, man. You know, that's my podcast that I do. So this is my open invitation to you. You know, anytime
let's schedule it. Yeah, let's schedule it, bro. Let's just talk to Cammie. She'll, we'll schedule it.
Absolutely.
Where can they find you?
So you can find me on Instagram at JARPS Journey. That's JARPS_journey. And that's really where I drop all my knowledge and everything. And you can always feel free to DM me because I answer pretty much every single DM. I will not leave you out in the cold. And if I do, just blow up my shit and I will answer you.
No doubt. Yeah. No doubt. All right, squad. Until next week, Remember, I'm just trying to share the wellness with you. So get well and get money. All right, so I'm gonna stop the recording.